The mansion was filled with laughter, crystal glasses clinking, and the arrogant voice of Mr. Blackwood, the wealthy businessman who thought he owned the world. But in the corner of the room, a quiet maid stood with a silver tray, her head bowed. No one noticed her eyes, cold, calculating, filled with a rage she hid behind a gentle smile. Everyone thought she was just a servant. But tonight, she wasn't serving drinks. Tonight, she was serving justice. Evelyn had been working in the Blackwood mansion for 3 years. To the outside world, she was nothing more than a maid, silent, obedient, invisible. But beneath her calm face lived scars no one saw. Years ago, her family's small business was crushed by Blackwood's ruthless empire. He bribed officials, manipulated contracts, and bankrupted her father. The humiliation drove her father to illness, her mother to despair. Evelyn had nothing left, except her thirst for revenge. For years, she waited. She studied every corner of the mansion, every weakness in Blackwood's routines, every sin he tried to bury. She played the perfect servant, blending into the wallpaper. But inside, she sharpened her hatred into a weapon. One night, Blackwood threw an extravagant party to celebrate yet another deal. Politicians, businessmen, and celebrities filled the golden halls. Evelyn moved silently among them, her tray steady, her smile flawless. No one saw the small vial hidden beneath her sleeve, or the careful way she poured wine into Blackwood's glass. But Evelyn's plan wasn't as simple as poison. No, that would be too merciful. She wanted him to lose everything, just as she had. At midnight, Blackwood raised his glass for a toast. Evelyn stood just behind him, her eyes gleaming. He boasted about his empire, his power, his untouchable legacy. The crowd roared in approval. That was when Evelyn's trap was sprung. Hidden cameras she had planted weeks earlier flickered to life on the giant screen meant for his presentation. Instead of business graphs, the guests saw something shocking: videos, recordings, and documents Evelyn had stolen from his office. Bribery, fraud, threats, even assaults. Every crime he thought buried was now glowing across the screen for his powerful friends to see. Gasps filled the room. Politicians who once smiled at him stepped back in horror. Business partners whispered, distancing themselves. Reporters at the party grabbed their phones, already broadcasting the scandal live. Blackwood's face turned pale. He shouted at his staff, but the evidence was undeniable. Evelyn, still silent, set down her tray and stepped forward. For the first time in years, she looked him straight in the eyes. "You destroyed my family," she said, her voice calm but sharp as glass. "Now the world will watch you lose yours." Blackwood lunged at her in rage, but security restrained him. Evelyn walked away, her footsteps echoing as chaos erupted behind her. Police arrived within hours, arresting the once untouchable king of the city. For Evelyn, revenge wasn't about killing him, it was about stripping him of the power he worshipped. And in that moment, she wasn't invisible anymore. She was justice, dressed as a maid. Ending. Days later, the newspapers screamed with headlines, "Blackwood Empire crumbles in scandal." His wealth seized, his reputation destroyed, his allies vanished. From her small apartment, Evelyn watched the news with quiet satisfaction. She poured herself a cup of tea, the steam rising gently, and for the first time in years, she smiled. Because revenge doesn't always come with blood. Sometimes, it comes with silence, patience, and the perfect moment to strike. And Evelyn, she waited. And she won.